Hey folks, Dale here, and I thought I would make a video regarding the current MoFi controversy. But my video is not going to be so much about the actual controversy as it is going to be some of the blowback that the audiophile community is receiving from folks like me, because I'm loving it. I'm absolutely eating this up. I could care less about the MoFi controversy, except it is just a ton of fun watching all the hand wringing and hair pulling. Hey, I got my popcorn bucket, my popcorn. I'm ready to go. Sign me up, because this stuff's hysterical. And why? I think there's a bunch of us in the music community that are just fed up with that, with the audiophile portion of the community. And I'm speaking in generalizations, because there are good people in the audiophile community. And most of the people I'm going to talk about, I like. In this video, the people I'm going to talk about, I like, because it's not about them so much as it is the community itself. Now, because the controversy is so big, it's been part of the topic over at Rachel's Ghost live streams. And so I don't think she's an audiophile, but she has a lot of people that are regulars on her show that are. And so, of course, it's been the main topic the last couple of days. So why didn't I just make my point there? Well, I've not been on the panel the last couple of days. Well, it's been a while since I've been on a panel, and I'm sure Rachel would let me come up. That's not an issue. She doesn't. She's great about letting people who have differing opinions come up. But to me, this was actually the most respectful way to do it. I know a lot of people think, well, I'm just stirring up drama and controversy. And I'm really not. I'm just trying to be honest about why some people are kind of enjoying the audiophile community's woes right now. So anyway, the conversation was going one direction. I made the comment about enjoying it and liking had my popcorn ready, and I got kind of chided about that, and I made a response that did not get read. But again, the flow of everything wasn't leading to that response getting read, but it was leaving me frustrated. So I have a YouTube channel, and I've come here to kind of to get my side of this out. So, there was a lot of talk about so it's, like I said, it's been the big source of conversation the last couple of days. And when I made the comment, it was because it's so dramatic, right? It's like such life or death. Now, I'm not an audiophile. I don't have the equipment for it. I don't apologize for that. I buy my own equipment. Everything that I've got, I paid for. Nobody gave me anything. My stereo's nice. My receiver probably needs to be looked at and maybe replaced. My speakers are okay. Not great, though. I don't have audiophile type equipment. But that's okay. I'm not an audiophile channel. I've never had, but it doesn't mean I don't want good music. Doesn't mean I don't want good sounding albums. of course, now I also go all the way down to 25-cent thrift albums. I've done plenty of those videos. So, I'm just not an audiophile. If I've got an album like the Petra album I just showed a couple videos back, it was 180 grams. I know that's important to people, and sometimes it makes a difference in my decision, and I'll try to show that. But it's not the be all end all for me. So why is it that I have issues with audiophiles? It's because when I run across one, it's just frustrating. It's always frustrating with those attitudes. This channel is not very big. And certainly with everybody that I mentioned in this video, I'm nothing, right? I'm not even at 500 subs. All the channels I'm talking about are 1,000. Most of them are 10,000. I'm nothing. I get that. I get my place in the vinyl community. No ego here, okay? No ego here. But I get tired of when this channel does get, when I've gotten negative feedback, sometimes it comes on unboxings where I'm showing mainly physical product. And I'm not, I'll get somebody, some people are cool. Some people are cool and just say, well, how does it sound? And I'm always leery of answering that because we all have opinions about sound. And some people are just asking for an honest opinion upon sound. And I'm not, it's obviously if I were deaf, I wouldn't be listening to music. So I've got an idea of what I like to hear. I've got some ideas of people that I know when they mix stuff, I like their work. But, and I don't want to talk, I don't like to talk about that. I don't care to talk about our album's good, our album's song's good, because I think we all realize that it seems to be pretty well understood that we all have different opinions when it comes to music, and that's a legitimate source for debate. But when it comes to mixes, when you've got a fanatic, an audiophile fanatic on your hands, that never ends well. That's always going to end, because in their minds there's no subject, or there's no room for debate. There's nothing subjective about it, even though, let's be honest, when it comes to mixing, different people like different things. And I may like a mix, I may say it's a good mix, but I don't want to hear somebody come back and tell me that they bought a $30 album because I said it was a good mix, and what was I thinking? Because it's crap, right? That's why I'll talk about whether I like an album, but I'm not going to talk about, I don't like to talk about the mix. When I do an unboxing, it's coming straight out of the box. I probably haven't listened to it. I could record it and then come back later with an idea, talk about the mix, but I don't want to do that, because that to me is a fight that you can't win. And people tell you what they hear, and why can't you hear that? And then the comments about equipment come up. So I guess part of the reason why I've been enjoying this so much is because a lot of these fanatics are just so man, you can hear this and all this stuff, and guess what? You didn't hear what you thought you heard, because Fidelity has been playing you for the last 7 years. All right, so we don't know that for sure. There are people. We've got a guy, Michael, over at what's the channel name? I'm blanking on it, but Michael at Ingroove. He's flying out, and he's going to talk to the guys. I guess maybe they might even give them a tour and show them exactly what they do. And hopefully the answers are good for the audiophile community. Personally, I don't care, because, the records I buy, I don't have any. I don't generally don't spend that kind of money on those kind of records. But if that's something that, if you're watching this and you're an audiophile guy and that's your thing, more power to you. Do your thing. All I'm saying is maybe be a little more humble when you're coming at people who don't quite share that. That the priorities are a little different for me. I want a good sounding product, but I'm not that particular. I'm not as particular about the sourcing or how it's cut, or is it digital, analog. I just want something. I don't care. It can be digital. I just want it to sound good. And because I care more about the performance. I care more about, does the music move me? Do I enjoy the music? And, like I said, of course I care about the quality, but that's not the be all end all for folks like me. And, but yeah, I'm not going to lie. For all the people who've kind of shoved it down my throat, about what they hear and why can't I hear it? Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Maybe you didn't hear, maybe you're not such an exceptional listener after all. Maybe, here's a little humble pie, yeah. For all the people, especially for the guys that like to take me to task for not giving my opinion on mixes, this is why. Okay, because you would tell me what you hear, and it would be empirical. It would be absolute. There's no debate. I'm an idiot if I don't hear the same thing. I must be deaf, right? Well, how about that? Your little fake Fidelities. Some of them may be digital. You've been listening to digital music. Oh. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy that a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong. I do feel for people who spend a lot of money, and maybe now their products aren't, their records aren't exactly what they thought they were. But at the same time, it's funny. It's funny watching all the hand wringing and the hair pulling and just what's going to happen? What are the answers going to be? Because Mobile Fidelity's not really being transparent, and you got to worry about that, because I'm telling you, the answer ought to be pretty simple. I mean, whatever the truth is, it shouldn't take this all this long to get a response. I mean, I'm sure Michael at the Ingroove, he seems like a good guy. He seems like a straight up guy. He's going to tell us what he sees, but how are they going to prep for him coming there, and what kind of job are they going to try to do to present themselves in the best light to him as possible? But are they going to be forthcoming and transparent like they were talking about on the live stream? Because it seems to me like it should be a lot more of a cut and dry issue. And yeah, so, but I'm not worried about it. You're not going to see any videos over here about me with me. Well, my records, I just listened to my records and they sound as good today as they did yesterday or the week before. No, that's not happening over here. I I'm not worried about that. That's not it for me. So, but anyway, that's my 2 cents on it. I just wanted to get that out because I didn't really have the opportunity. Probably could have gotten the opportunity, but it would have been um, uh, kind of hijacking everything, and I didn't really want to do that. I just felt like I got a little vent that I needed to get out, so I made a video, get it out. But also, let me say that I got nothing against a lot of the audiophile people that I've been talking to or watching on the live streams because they've been talking to Michael uh, Audiophile 45. I watch his channel. I don't watch it because it's an audiophile channel. Sometimes he shows cool stuff. The last video I remember watching of his, he had a Nora Jones box set for her debut album, Come Away With Me. And I watched his channel because I wanted to see what it looked like. And so I did. And so, I mean, he knows what he's talking about. And the other information doesn't hurt. I'm not against knowing hearing some of the audiophile aspects. It's just not what I tune in for. But he's got a good channel. I'll link it in the description below. If you into that kind of thing, go over and give him a visit. Not that I need to build this guy up. He's, 100 times bigger than me as far as channels goes. Another channel that that I'm this big to is Norman Maslow. But I watched his video. Sometimes Norman, I'm not going to lie, there are times when Norman gets going, and he irritates me a little bit, but he's a good guy, and he knows a lot about music. And I go back. I haven't stopped watching his channel because I disagree with some of his ideas, or sometimes they come across a little overbearing. Yeah, he reminds me of a friend of mine, and none of my friends are perfect. I'm not perfect. I you can put whatever you want in that slot. Probably a lot of people have. And of course, I'll been over it. All this was me watching the live streams over at Rachel's. I put a link in for her as well. And who else do I need to link? I'll link the InGroove too, because I've been watching. I usually watch his release videos. Again, I'm not really into the audiophile. This was cut by this person or what have you. But he runs a record store, so if I want to know if a record is out, or sometimes he surprises me, it shows a record that's out that I didn't know was out. I tend to watch InGroove, and I watch Ashley and Jerome at Atmosphere Collectibles, so I can see what's coming out. And I'll link all that in the description below, because this isn't about having beef with anybody. This is just explaining a little bit why it may seem a little jerkish of me, but I'm going to enjoy a little bit of this hand wringing and over MoFis, because I've taken it on the chin from this community a time or two, and Now is my time to say, aha. So, anyway, hope everybody is having having a great week, and I really do hope that whatever answer that the mobile Fidelity comes up with is satisfying to the people who've been buying those records. Yeah. So, hey, I've got some contest videos coming up, and I got some thrift records, no mobile fidelities in those videos. Those will be coming up soon too. So there'll be stuff coming up on this channel real soon. Glad that you stopped in. If you watched this, thanks just for listening to me vent for a minute. And until I see you again, peace.